Hey yo, GG. I said, hey yo, GG. Dundadas, hyenas. Scuba Dollars learn from Scuba Steve was criminating, y'all. I rock with the King X. Don't forget the Kennedy doing his million march right here on YouTube. We conducting ourselves in the most high, the dollar. We're building our 2025 permits right here, the data. You know what I'm saying? We're in the elevator. Who's elevated? God's elevated, the data on the way up, the data. God chose you because he knew he could trust you. You God's best kept secret, the data. You know what I'm saying? You put God first. It's actually how you did it. God simply worked. GG's. We're on our way to the top. GG's. That's the more way than ever, the data. You heard? So, yeah, BRICC, baby, ROLLIN 60s. Remember the data. Paperwork came out, the data. But before all that, the data, before we get into all that, the data, BRICC, baby was already saying that he's going to receive bail. That he got a $1.1 million house, that he's gonna put up, for collateral, that. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna do a lot of shit. But at the end of the day, why are you telling people that you're gonna get bail, that you're gonna put up, that you don't think that these people is listening to you? You don't think that these people is gonna make it a little bit more difficult now, for you to do all that? If that's the case may be, and now look, people's looking into your case a little bit more, it seems like, damn, that shit looked like it was far sketched, because of how shit seems like it's going, but you over here, you're doing interviews still, you're putting your shit out there, you're still on the platform. It seems like y'all niggas still want the clout, and y'all gonna get the clout, the clout comes with tears and shit like that. Y'all niggas is still happy, y'all doing y'all thing, I mean, it is what it is. You always gotta stay happy, GG, you know what I'm saying, no matter what, because you're living a life. But at the end of the day, it gets crazy, it gets crazy, So BRICC baby's over here, telling DJ Academics that he'll be home, but now that the paperwork come out, the paperwork says something a whole different story, So we're gonna get to the paperwork, but we're gonna get into the call first, then we're gonna get into the paperwork, GG.
Yeah. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing? How you doing? You already know, ain't nothing to it. I'm just right here cooling. Let me fix this wire. Right here cooling. It ain't nothing to a soldier, though. I heard that you've been keeping my name in great light, so I appreciate that, big bro. Yeah, man. I want to see y'all get out of this situation, man. We was having a good time on making content, man. I want to get back to making content. I don't want no legal shit going on, bro. Yeah, man. You already know.
All right, GG2, I'm going to say this, too, before we get into this. They said Adam 22, claims that he's going broke. Adam 22 ain't fucking going broke. Adam 22 just fucking is saying that he ain't paying for BRICC baby's fucking situation, that he's not putting down on it, that he's going through them things, So that's what actually Adam 22 is saying, He's actually telling niggas that, yo, he ain't got nothing to do with it. He ain't got money for niggas, You know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying, So Adam 22, he ain't going broke, It was a strategic move. Everybody's seen it, You ain't helping niggas. I mean, it is what it is. That's what he's saying, He ain't helping niggas.
Just in the middle of gang, he say, she say, we had it right back though. We had it right back. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I don't want to jinx it, but we might peekaboo tomorrow. It might be the pop out because I got like 1.1 in equity in the house. So as soon as we go right there, I go for my bail tomorrow. They should be letting the nigga walk. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm hoping y'all both get out, man. You know, you can fight whatever better from outside the walls and inside of the shit, you know? Come on, man. And then I'm coming to see you as soon as I touch down. Don't worry about it. Come on, man. Again. They already know.
So he's saying that he's gonna catch bail. He got 1.1 in equity, in the house, he's gonna catch bail hopefully Wednesday, which Wednesday is today. So today, BRICC baby should be catching bail, they saying that's what he's saying in his head, and he's telling the world. Y'all doing good, man. Like, let me tell you this, man. Again, obviously, like, we put our differences behind us, but man, I like everybody up in
this call is from a federal prison.
I like everybody up in the space, and I just want everybody to be doing good, man. I want, you know what I mean? When I see this shit, I'm like, yo, man, I need y'all boys to come out of this quick.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's why I'm like, it's cool though. You know, they gotta make it look bad. But like I said, I got all type of lawsuits and all that coming because they make me look like the big bad wolf. I ain't even on that case.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, that's confusing, but you don't.
So it seems like they want the clout. It seems like they want the clout more than. It seems like they want the clout more than they want to come home to Dada. Because what the fuck you talking about your case? If you can't wait a week, bro, a week. Why you calling DJ academic to Dada? That's different. That's calling DJ academic. What you calling DJ academic? Yo, we're gonna say, shout out to Seti Nash, Dada. Shout out to that boy Seti Nash, Dada, because this is how you do it, Dada. This is how you do it right here, Dada. But yeah.
Firearms and ammunition are recovered from defendant's home. Defendant is recorded on intercepted calls, making other admissions. Defendant continues to threaten violence and carry firearms. Defendant is charged with repeatedly possessing a firearm and ammunition, despite numerous felony convictions. The morning of defendant's instant arrest, he had an unsecured firearm and ammunition in reach of his young child. Defendant's criminal history is full of violence and supervision violations. 2006, narcotics and obstruction of law enforcement. 2010, reckless evading involving assault with a deadly weapon. 2012 to 2014, narcotics convictions. 2016, criminal threats conviction. 2020, robbery conviction, misdemeanors, arrest, and other conduct. Defendant's fraud crimes. Defendant was detained based on risk of flight and danger. Argument, legal standards for pretrial detention. So they're basically saying we going to make sure that he don't get bail. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. It don't look like he's gonna be getting bail on this one. So I'm not saying that he's not, but I'm just saying from how they writing this right now, it don't look good. Defendant sure.
Shit, the way that this nigga was talking to Dada, it seems like he ain't worried about none of that shit, the Dada. But what is he actually charged with? The Dada natures of serious of danger opposed to defendant release history, characteristics of defendant right way of evidence. It seems like them niggas the Dada let him go out there the Dada to get himself in trouble, the Dada to get himself caught up in all this nonsense. The Dada BRICC baby seems like he's the type of nigga who got forced into all this shit, but that don't even care to that because he wanted to get seen in this like the Dada. He don't give a fuck because he wanted to get seen like this. The Dada, he wanted to get seen extra tough.
To remain detained.
I think he wants right
there. Nature and circumstances of the offenses, weight of the evidence, history and characteristics of defendant, nature. And that's why I always tell y'all, bro. I always say that. Man, there's some characteristics, bro. Yeah, man. Nature and seriousness of the danger posed by defendant's release. Defendant's proposed property bond is insufficient. Conclusion. All righty. So, table of authorities. We're not going to do all that. We're just going to get straight into it. Defendant Zaire Mitchell, defendant, asked this court to be released pending trial, arguing that a secure property bond is sufficient to reasonably assure his appearance and the safety of any other person or the community. To the contrary, defendant's criminal history shows a dedication to crime and recidivism, no matter what the consequences. Moreover, his conduct during the investigation in this case shows the same dedication to a life of crime and an ability to comply with the rule of law. The indictment first alleges that defendant in shooting at individuals possessed ammunition expelled from a firearm on January 12, 2022. So they said he shot at somebody in 2022. Then on June 21st, 2023, defendant was captured on an intercepted call arguing with a significant other, and when she repeatedly recounted that defendant had pointed a gun at her while she was holding his infant child. Execution of a search warrant at defendant's home followed, and 3 firearms, including an AK-47 style gun and over 125 rounds of ammunition, were found after law enforcement.
So that means before his house got hit, the Dada, he already been getting intercepted on wiretaps, the Dada, with his baby mom, arguing with his baby mom, you know what I'm saying? Mad bullshit going on and shit like that, the Dada. And it's crazy, bro, because why the fuck is he on a wiretap from the jump? From the jump, the Dada. So when they heard that he's saying that he was threatening his baby moms and shit like that, saying that, yo, that he'll body her or whatever the case, on the live her or shit like that, the Dada, that they hit a warrant, the Dada, and that's how they got everything. Got found the firearm and shit like that.
Enforcement seized those weapons and arrested defendant. He continued undeterred. In March 2024, defendant erupted at his place of employment, threatening individuals in the room and online with death, fighting security, and later admitting to possessing a firearm during that incident. Throughout 2024, defendant made claims online of murdering people and threatening to do the same to others. Then, on March 18, 2025, the day before his arrest in this case, defendant went on a live video podcast with someone whom he had previously threatened to kill. During the podcast, sitting across from that person, defendant brandished a firearm in his waistband. Defendant was arrested the following day. An unsecured firearm.
I don't know, man. It seems like BRICC Baby was doing shit because he's a little scary, because who the fuck showing? Why you trying to show this nigga that you got it on him so you can make him nervous, So you want to make him nervous, or you want to make him be like, yo, make sure you're moving right, because you know what I'm saying? This is what it is. But why do you have to show that shit? People should already know what it is, So it seems like a lot of the shit that he was doing, is because he was a little scary, He was moving a little bit and he wanted to show like he's all rah and shit like that. But how the fuck you rah, nigga? You sit there, you're spazzing, but you're crying. A grown ass man sitting there crying, talking about threatening people, but crying, I mean, I never seen no shit like that, but I seen some shit like that, but I never seen no shit like that. I seen it with him, like that's just crazy.
With multiple magazines of live ammunition matching that seen in defendant's waistband on the podcast were found where defendant was staying with his young child. All of the above conduct occurred after years of violent crimes, firearm possession, evading charges, and troubling conduct disseminated throughout the internet. Defendant's lengthy periods of incarceration.
It's crazy that the feds was hear all that, they'll hear all that shit, but damn, like, does that mean that they gotta just automatically like tell the baby mom, or you know what I'm saying, or like does the baby mom know about this? Because I mean, her life is in danger, but this nigga's life is in danger too, because his life is getting like BRICC Baby's life is in danger too, because BRICC Baby's a victim, he's a victim too, in this.
Incarceration and supervision have not deterred him from continuing to commit dangerous crimes.
They said that Big U was extorting the nigga.
There is no reason to believe this arrest will be any different, and the safety of the public demands that defendant remain detained. Bruh, you gotta be kidding me. Statement of facts. Defendant is intercepted discussing criminal activity, including pointing a firearm.
So Big U was extorted this nigga for. He extorted this nigga saying that BRICC Baby went and committed a lick, so he went and got and committed I guess a heist, so he booked something, I don't know what he booked or what it is, but they saying that when he got that Big U was on the phone saying, oh yeah, this nigga called a lick, and said, and they saying that he was getting extorted for his baby mama. That's why him and baby mama was always arguing and fighting and shit like that, because you know what I'm saying, she was for the streets, you know what I'm saying, and her being for the streets, that means that she fucking with the homeboys, so he always got malice towards her, and that's why he's actually talking all this shit towards her, because he I guess he don't like him, but damn, if you don't like her, why don't you just cut her off? Like, why the fuck do you gotta keep just, you know what I'm saying, arguing? The fuck, nigga, it'll be more better if you like, yo, don't hit me up no more. Change your number. I mean, that does work, right?
At his partner and child. In the first several months of 2023, defendant was intercepted on multiple court-authorized Title III wiretaps, both on his phone and his associate's phone. On multiple calls, defendant discussed criminal activity. Throughout March 2023, defendant discussed how the mother of one of his children accused him of pointing a gun at her, and defendant claimed it was a lie. But on June 20th, 2023, a second person accused defendant of the same conduct. That day, defendant's significant other, KC, stated, "You pulled a gun out on me with your daughter. You pulled a gun out on me in front of your fucking daughter. You pointed a gun at me with your bitch ass." Defendant responded, "I don't give a fuck, nigga. I don't give a fuck, bitch, ever since I've been with you." The following day, defendant argued with Casey again about her picking up her daughter, ordering her to take the fucking baby outside. "You stupid bitch. You sit in the house all day. You dumb asshole." Casey told defendant she could not walk or drive because defendant fucked up her leg and that he was the one who hit on people. Defendant responded, "Man, I was 6 hours. Shut the fuck up."
Yo, this, like, what the fuck? Like, Gigi. For you to be breaking legs and shit like that, you know how girls is, they always gonna talk the most shit, they gonna be talking the most shit, they gonna get you to the boost work. But you gotta be a strong motherfucker, to just walk the fuck away, but it seems like that shit hurting you because they actually, cause Big U's actually fucking with these shorties, Big U's fucking with these shorties, that shit hurts, so you gonna disrespect the shit out of them, you gonna keep disrespecting the shit out of them. That's what he's doing, he just gonna keep disrespecting the shit out of them, when you don't have to do that, and dirt don't clean good with dirt, so you gotta stay righteous, GG.
Bitch, I just told you, nigga, you keep playing with a nigga, you just want to see a nigga. Defendant told Casey, y'all know how to do my BRICC baby voice. I can't do it like point and shoot though. To leave and said that they were done. On the same day, Casey again stated, it was so fucked up that you can't even apologize for the shit that you do. You never apologize for treating me bad, pulling a gun out on me like this shit is cool for you. But you want me to go do shit for you? You talking about you don't want me? Shit, you got going on, but you gonna pull a gun out on me and my child though, right? Defendant responded, I don't sex out, yeah. You don't get, I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I'll 6 out crap, nigga. Firearms and ammunition are recovered from defendant's home. Following the above mentioned calls, law enforcement obtained search warrants for defendant's home, car, and person. Inside his home, law enforcement found 3 firearms and ammunition listed in count 2 of the indictment: a .380 caliber pistol, a 9mm caliber pistol, and a 5.56 by 45 caliber assault rifle, side firearm, and over 125 rounds of ammunition. Defendant tried to drop some of the firearms and ammunition from his balcony into the courtyard of his apartment complex, just as he previously stated that he would on another intercepted call. God damn, BRICC. Defendant is recorded on intercepted calls making other admissions.
So boom. They say that when the boys came, that he threw his shit out the window, but previous to him doing that, he was on a phone call with somebody else, and he said, yo, if anything was gonna happen, he was gonna do that. What the damn, GG? What the fuck? Yo, BRICC, like, what's up with this dude,
Throughout the remaining period of wiretaps, defendant made countless assertions or threats pertaining to violent conduct.
That's how you know he's a little nigga, because he acts like a little nigga, Like, you don't gotta keep telling everybody everything that you're doing or everything that thing. Like, why the fuck do you have to go over there and talk to the principal, You gotta sit there and talk to the principal, tell the principal what you going, how you gonna conduct yourself, And everybody's seeing what the hell you talking about, but you just absolutely talking. Just talking get you in trouble, bro. Just talking get you in trouble, because look at how this shit sounds, This shit sounds crazy, but in reality, is this shit all going on? Nah, none of that shit actually happened. None of that shit actually happened. But them words makes it sound like this and that and that and that and that. It's a bunch of wording, death threats and this and that. None of that shit. Like, none of that shit happened, so none of that shit actually, you know what I'm saying?
And weapon possession. For example, on February 20th, 2023, defendant stated that he did not respect the elders in the gang and would pop anyone on 6 out. On March 6, 2023, defendant was on the phone.
You see, it makes it sound like he's over here, like he's a serial killer, like he's, oh my God, like I said, he's on live and everybody. Nah, bro, like he's just talking, and that could happily do what, you know what, the perkies or whatever kind of things he's consuming, you know what I'm saying, getting them loose, talking all crazy, talking all wild, Is it happening, I mean, no, or none of this shit, it's happening, but it make you seem like he's locked up for all that shit. Like, oh shit, that shit happened right there. That's what he did. He actually, it would have been a crazy thing if he would have bodied an OG and shit. Like, oh yeah, now after he bodied the OG or whoever he said that he was starting, and then he said, oh yeah, I don't care about none of them. Then that'll be a whole different subject. But this is all like a crazy story, crazy Crip story.
With his mother, the proposed surety here, and found the mother of his child outside his house. He told his mother that the mother of his child was in gangland and wanted to expire early. Defendant asked the mother of his child if she wanted to die in front of her son. I was 6 out as defendant's mother screamed at him to.
Alright, comment, let us know, what the fuck does that mean? That if you say, oh yeah, she's in gangland, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean that she's in gangland? You know what I'm saying? That she's in gangland. I know expire early. I mean, that's obvious, you know what I'm saying? But what the fuck does it mean she's in gangland? What does that mean? That she's on the other side, she's fucking with the ops. Like, what does that actually mean?
To stop because he may be being recorded. Mama knows best, man. On March 6, 2023, defendant told KC that the police were acting stupid, that he was tired of doing what they told him to do, and that he was ready to shoot the mother of his child. Later that day, defendant told another unindicted male that he can kill the mother of his child out 6 out. On March 28, 2023, defendant said that he would.
And that's what I'm saying, though. He said he could kill the mother and child. Like, who gave him permission? Like, somebody had to give him permission. Like, he's saying, like he took to his bigger homie, and the bigger homie initiated the shit. So you got to ask your bigger homie to get rid of your own, like that. This is, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's all this shit real. No, I feel like BRICC baby wants to be a little thug. He wants to act like a thug, so he's talking all this bullshit, that he ain't even capable of doing, but the shit sounds crazy. Yeah, it does sound crazy, And hell no, he shouldn't be talking like that. What the fuck, nigga? Niggas ain't just talking like that. Like, who the fuck is talking like that, unless your baby mom actually fucking with the ops trying to get at you, and maybe she has some niggas fucking get you or hit you up or some shit like that. But other than that, who the fuck, nigga? You going way too far, It seems like you're a little zesty, Like, you going all the way out, about the body of shorty, at that. Your baby mama, What about, like, that don't even make sense. So it seems like he's a little zest, because how the fuck he's beefing with a shorty like that hard, and it has to be the baby mom, like, there.
Body slammed the mother of his child on her neck to stop playing with him. In the same call, defendant discussed.
Like I said, unless she's fucking with the ops and she's fucking with these people and she's fucking with man, and even then, it doesn't fucking matter, Like, you know what I'm saying? If that's the case, just leave her. You could leave her before you do all that, Like, ain't me like, what the fuck you talking about, You could change your number, turn your phone off, tell your mom to keep in contact with her, so you could, you know what I'm saying, get your kid or whatever the case may be. You don't have to deal with the situation, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I felt to kill someone and had to go to school and play basketball the next day. Come on, bruh. Defendant continues to threaten violence and carry firearms. In addition to the intercepted calls online, defendant continued to threaten violence, carry firearms, and discuss both. For example, in March 2024, defendant crashed out at his place of employment, threatening to shoot people and eventually fight a security guard. Defendant later admitted in separate interviews that he had a firearm on him during the altercation and that he brought his daughter with him to the studio. And y'all remember that damn thing right there. In June 2024, defendant argued over the phone, with an individual and claimed he had killed more people than the other had fought. Defendant stated that he swore to be true on his 4 babies, which he repeated many times. In later attempting to downplay this claim, defendant stated that even if he had one murder, that would be more than the other person had fights. On March 18, 2025, the same individual who defendant previously threatened and claimed to have more skulls than he had squabbles joined the same podcast.
And like I said, this shit right here, again, more empty threats, trying to act cool, trying to look cool, trying to be cool, being a little guy, be short syndrome. You gotta say the wildest things so people could look at you like you're something, and that's not actually what it is, bro. You just talking,
During the filming, defendant showed that he had a handgun in his waistband. Bruh, come on. Look at this shit. You can't make this up. And I knew these niggas was watching. Bro, I just said this in my other video. Nigga, you can't be serious. Defendant is charged with repeatedly possessing a firearm and ammunition despite numerous felony convictions. Defendant is now charged with multiple counts of possessing firearms and ammunition, all in violation of 18 U.S.C. 922G. The first charge stems from defendant shooting 3 bullets in a business parking lot in July 2022 to ward off would-be robbers. The second charge involves all the firearms and ammunition found at his home in June 2023. Both of these charges follow 5 felony convictions from 2010, 2012, 2014, 2016, and 2020, respectively. While the pretrial services report includes a longer criminal history with out-of-state convictions, the morning of defendant's instant arrest, he had an unsecured firearm and ammunition in reach of his young child. On March 19, 2025, law enforcement arrested defendant on the felon in possession charges and the indictment at his residence in Gardena, California, with his significant other and young child.
And like I said, I don't feel like anybody wants to go to jail, but people be doing stupid acts on purposely stupid acts, not caring ignorance, so they could look to par, like they gotta play their role, to look to par, It's crazy that you gotta play with your own life, to look to par, for something that for a color that you're rapping, or people who don't even really fuck with you, like look at these people was talking shit about each other the whole time, right? But when they get knocked off, guess what they gotta do? They gotta play buddy, and they gotta fight against the other niggas, and now they fighting against other niggas, and they don't even like each other. Like that's just crazy, Like you just living a whole life, of fake love, GG.
He just found a Glock 26 firearm and a 17-round Glock magazine with 16 rounds of 9mm ammunition, as well as another magazine and 16 rounds of 9mm ammunition. Defendant kept all of that unsecured, despite residing with his significant other and child he had already threatened with a firearm before. Despite being arrested with all the firearms and ammunition at his residence in June 2023, despite his many felony convictions prohibiting him from possessing firearms or ammunition, and despite California Penal Code 32310 prohibiting possession of large capacity magazines, i.e. those holding more than 10 rounds, defendant's criminal history is full of violence and supervision violations. As shown in the pretrial services report and the indictment itself, defendant's multiple firearm and ammunition possession charges in this case are far from defendant's first crimes. 2006 narcotics and obstruction of law enforcement. Almost 20 years ago, defendant earned his first felony from a narcotics distribution conviction, while he was also charged with willful obstruction of law enforcement officers by use of threats or violence. He was sentenced to 10 years probation and given a second chance with community service and schooling conditions. 2010. So understand that. So that's 4 years afterwards, right? 2010, reckless evading involving assault with a deadly weapon. In 2010, defendant's criminal charges escalated with a charge for assault with a deadly weapon with great bodily injury, likely, and a conviction for evading a peace officer with disregard for safety. Defendant was sentenced to 365 days in jail in 3 years. Probation, a violation of which resulted in 2 years confinement. So he did 2 years. All right. According to certified conviction records and police reports for original.
Now it seems like everything right now, all this that getting read, more or less, is just a bunch of stuff that happened in the past. You know what I'm saying? But they're making it look spicy. They put it up on here.
Crime. Police saw a sex worker enter defendant's car. And defendant then sped off seeing police. Defendant led police on a high-speed chase through stop signs and red lights. At some point, defendant pushed the female out of the moving vehicle. BRICC is a wild goddamn BRICC. You pushed the hoe out. At some point, defendant pushed the female out of the moving vehicle. The victim landed on her face, and defendant ran over her thigh with his car. The victim later stated that she asked to be let out multiple times, but defendant refused until he later threw her out. BRICC is a monster. God damn. The victim also stated that the defendant said he had something he needed to get rid of during the chase and threw a handgun out the window. Yeah, of course she's gonna snitch on you. Nigga, you pushed the hoe out the moving vehicle and ran her thigh over. 2012 to 2014. Sorry. Narcotics convictions. Upon his release in 2012, defendant was arrested for transportation of controlled substances and ultimately sentenced to 365 days in jail and 3 years probation. That probation was later revoked after defendant admitted to violating it. 5 months after that arrest, but before that sentence, he was arrested for the same crime in Nevada and ultimately sentenced to 4 years probation. In 2013, he was arrested for and by 2014 convicted of possession of a controlled substance. Defendant later received misdemeanor relief for that conviction, but he thereafter violated his probation. 2016 criminal threats conviction. On August 2nd, 2016, defendant was convicted of criminal threats and sentenced to 2 years in state prison, although he was.
It seems like a lot of the shit that he was getting knocked off for, he got locked up from the short syndrome, being mad, as a short man syndrome, always trying to and put yourself in a predicament that you didn't have to actually be in,
given yet another opportunity with a suspension, of the execution of the sentence and 3 years formal probation. He violated that probation multiple times, even receiving a no bail bench warrant for his failure to appear for a violation hearing. 2020 robbery conviction. On October 7, 2020, defendant was convicted of robbery and sentenced to 6 years imprisonment. This arrest also featured a high-speed chase and barricade incident that defendant glamorized in his music. Come on, bro. BRICC Baby, Life Behind the Gates official video, one take down. So this is them showing you that music video. Misdemeanors, arrest, and other conduct. As a juvenile, defendant was charged with carrying a concealed weapon, robbery, and minor in a possession of a weapon. He has further arrests for narcotic sales, many failures to appear in multiple states, obstruction, multiple felony possession charges, false statements, flight, assault with a deadly weapon, multiple fugitive from justice warrants, inflicting corporal injury on spouse, criminal threats, and multiple robberies. Defendant also has misdemeanor convictions and an infraction.
Dang, they bring up the juvenile. That's like I said, they try to make it look spicy. So, what is he actually charged with on this case? The threats to his baby mom,
involving arrest for taking a vehicle without consent, driving on a suspended license, and domestic violence. Defendant's crimes do not pertain only to violence and weapon possession. Defendant is currently under investigation for fraudulently applying for FEMA benefits by claiming to be a renter of a property in Pasadena, California, destroyed in the Eaton fire in January 2020. Moreover, in his digital devices seized during his previous arrest, defendant was in possession of multiple social security numbers, addresses, and other personal identifying information that he had bought on WhatsApp. Defendant even had a photograph of a driver's license with his photograph, but a different name, address, and state. Defendant was detained based on risk of flight and danger. On March 19, 2025, this court ordered defendant detained pending trial based on.
So he said he had a house in a fire and he got a FEMA loan.
On risks of non-appearance and danger to the community. This court found detention to be appropriate based on defendant's history and characteristics, including his criminal record of fugitive arrest and violating parole and probation conditions, as well as insufficient bail resources and defendant's safety risk due to the nature and seriousness of the instant charges in his criminal history, which includes numerous convictions, some of which were violent. Argument. Legal standards for pretrial detention. A defendant must be detained pending trial where no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the appearance of the person as required and the safety of any other person in the community. 18 U.S.C. 3142 E1. Detention is thus appropriate for a defendant who is either a danger to the community or a flight risk. United States versus, we ain't tripping on that. The Bail Reform Act mandates an individual evaluation guided by the factors articulated, the nature and circumstances of the offense charge, included whether the offense is a crime of violence, the weight of the evidence against the defendant's character, physical and mental condition, family and community ties, past conduct, history relating to drug or alcohol abuse, criminal history, and the nature and seriousness of the danger to any person or to the community that would be posed by the defendant's release. United States versus Windsor, defendant should remain detained. All of the 3142G factors justify ordering defendant to remain detained pending trial. Nature and circumstances of the offenses. The nature and circumstances of the defendant's offenses unequivocally weigh in favor of detention. Defendant's offenses possessing multiple firearms on multiple occasions and over 125 rounds of ammunition, some of which he fired, are serious. That defendant fired at would-be robbers in a business parking lot and less than a year later was found with firearms after purportedly pointing them at his partner and child, only confirmed the defendant should not be possessing firearms, not to mention his multiple prior felony convictions, each of which alone prohibit him from possessing them. His continued possession of another firearm and even more ammunition at his home with his child during his latest arrest only further corroborates the need for his detention. Moreover, defendant faces a statutory maximum of 15 years for each count. God damn. As currently charged due to the defendant's extensive criminal history, likely rendering him in criminal history category 5, and with enhancements for the type and number of firearms and obstruction of justice, defendant faces a likely guidelines range of 92 to 115 months imprisonment based on total offense level of 24. Below are the guidelines and calculations based on the information.
Yo, that shit's crazy, because all them charges, like everything that they done read right now, they like it makes it seem like, damn, that's everything he was charged with, but that's not everything he was charged with, bro. They like everything that he was actually, like the things that he was charged with, it's not all that, and not all. I don't think it's all that, nah, because he said he did his time juvenile record, and then they showed the other record, so a lot of that time he did his time for but that shit different. That shit different,
Information currently known. Base level 23 firearms, 2 obstruction, 2. The severity of potential penalties involved arguments, defendants' risk of non-appearance. See United States versus Brenham. We're just gonna go down. Risk of non-appearance, defendant facing fraud charges that expose him to a range of just 57 to 71 months imprisonment, as courts have recognized such a lengthy sentence provides a significant incentive to flee, and given defendant's criminal history category, he is facing a guideline sentence of nearly 10 years. So there y'all go. BRICC is facing 10 years in the feds, bro. God, dog. Explaining that facing a much graver penalties possible under the present indictment, the defendants have an even greater incentive to consider flight, and nothing that electronic monitoring cannot assure prevention of non-appearance. It is entirely reasonable to conclude that a risk of flight is more likely in circumstances where evidence indicates that defendant faces a substantial risk of being convicted of serious pending charges and receiving significant punishment. Defendant's previous evading and flight from law enforcement, as well as his repeated fugitive arrest, failures to appear, and parole violation confirms the same. In sum, the nature and circumstances of defendant's offenses demonstrate that he is a risk of both danger and non-appearance. Weight of the evidence. The evidence that defendant committed the charged offenses is overwhelming and cannot be ignored in assessing defendant's risk of danger and non-appearance in this case. Given the nature of the crime and the strength of the government's case, we find that the government has met its burden of showing by clear and convincing evidence that no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the safety of the community. Defendant was captured on audio recordings discussing firearms and other crimes for months while his home was searched. Those firearms were recovered. Defendant was previously captured on surveillance footage where shell cases were later recovered at defendant's location in the video, showing that he fired them. Evidence of defendant's continued possession of firearms is likewise powerful, including the night before his arrest on the podcast video and as found in his home during his arrest. All the evidence in this case conclusively shows defendant's continued possession of firearms and use of those prohibited firearms. The fact that Barone planned violent crimes, we're talking about United States versus Barone, planned violent crimes signals a degree of dangerousness unlikely to be deterred by bail release conditions according to the weight of the evidence, which this court shall consider under 18 U.S.C. 3142G, favors defendant's continued detention. History and characteristics of defendant. Defendant's history and characteristics also favor detention. Indeed, defendant's involvement in multiple violent offenses renders him particularly dangerous to the community. See United States versus Lomax. Affirming district court's reliance on defendant's robbery crimes were a danger to the community and affirming sentence. The evidence of his violence and threats of violence is all exacerbated by defendant's apparent continued access to firearms as detailed above. The recordings of defendant discussing uncharged conduct detailed above cast his already damning criminal history in an even more troubling light. Defendant's many convictions, along with his recent involvement in firearm offenses, further establish the danger he poses to the community if released. Additionally, defendant's headlong flight from law enforcement on multiple occasions and countless supervision violations only reinforces his dangerousness and his incompatibility with pretrial release, as does his attempt to rid himself of the firearms when law enforcement searched his location. See United States versus Hernandez, Miranda, and then fight immediately after. Commission supports inference of consciousness of guilt. For all those reasons, defendant's history and characteristics supportive of his continued detention, nature, and seriousness of the danger posed by defendant's release. Defendant's release would pose a serious danger to his own family and the community at large. Law enforcement risks exposing its investigation.
You know what's crazy, because the wiretaps when he's beefing with his baby mama, and he's threatening and doing all the unaliving things and saying all the things, damn, you are a fucking threat to your own people, they try to say, But that's what they try to do, They try to put all this together, because they put extra shit on there, They put everything that he ever fucking been charged with, everything that's been going on with him and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of, you know what I'm saying? It kind of lost me when he started, after the fact that he had the wiretaps with his baby mama, when they was talking about the crimes that he made 10 years ago and 20 years ago, command the cell 20 years ago and all that shit. But they was just saying that he was living probably a life of crime or some shit out.
Into a deadly criminal enterprise by executing a search warrant at defendant's home in June 2023, all to protect defendant's partner and child from defendant hurting them. And multiple intercepted calls, defendant's partner had discussed defendant physically hurting her and pointing a gun at her and their child. Man, I ain't gonna lie, that's a punk ass shit right there, if it's true. Despite law enforcement seizing multiple guns and ammunition from his home, which unquestionably should have been a turning point for defendant had another unsecured gun and many more rounds of ammunition in reach of his child when he was arrested in March 2025. Defendant's risk of danger to his family cannot be ignored. Additionally, defendant is not only a risk of danger to the community at large, but has acted on his dangerousness time and again. Perhaps most concerning is defendant's continued criminal conduct after being caught with firearms, including illegally possessing
and all the shit that this nigga actually charged with, like the shit that he's actually charged with, none of it actually happened, It like he became a podcaster, and then he actually he actually started playing a role. And the role that he was playing, he started playing that role with everybody, because he blatantly disrespected this person, blatantly disrespected that person, blatantly disrespected that person. So he's in his role, and then show man syndrome, gotta come back everybody, So he's talking about unaliving this person, unaliving that person, unaliving that person, but none of them people actually got unalived, None of them people actually, none of that shit actually happened, Everything that they actually saying right there, none of that shit actually happened. I can't fraud the What the baby? He said the baby, but he said he pointed a gun. So I mean, that's what she said. But
another firearm, which weighs strongly in favor of continued detention. Defendant's proposed property bond is insufficient.
So your boy, he been chilling with Adam. You know what I'm saying? Doing all the white boy drugs, You know what I'm saying? Getting into character, You know what I mean? It's cool when someone from the burbs or someone from the mountains, acting tough and acting cool, when they on something like that. But from someone from the hood, who got bullied, who got trauma, who's getting extorted by his own people, who gotta pay up his own people, and shit like that, then that's gonna be a crazier character that we're about to witness, That's gonna be some entertainment for your fucking ass, because now this nigga feels like he's Big U sometimes, Like, yeah, nigga, you just pay Big U. How the fuck you Big U? You just pay Big U. Like, nigga, calm down, You know what I'm saying? Woo-sha, you know what I'm saying? Don't be wildin'. You can't, like, this is what it is, They showing the video where he was threatening. He said that he'll put kill squad on the street or something like that. And he was crying when he was doing that. Like, are we just taking words for what they is, I seen a man crying, crying out for help, saying, yo, help me, That's what I seen. I seen a man, saying, yeah, he said he was saying a lot of things, but what I was witnessing, is a man crying, asking out for help, trying to send some empty threats, seeing can he hang with the rest of them, because he wants to fit in, so much. He wants to fit in so much. And that's just what it is, damn, niggas who want to fit in so much, they feel that they're going to put themselves into extra situations, when they put themselves into extra situations, they don't even understand that, yo, if you don't start looking at this situation, you understand that you was never in this situation, that you have to just understand your situation. If you understand your situation, then it's not to be understood, you got to understand your situation, GG. That shit hit different, You saying he was saying that he was crying, He's saying there, he's saying he want to put kill squad on the streets, but he's looking around, Come on, bro. Big U's over here, fucking his BM, got her acting probably crazy on him, he's over here fucking gotta pay up, gotta pay up, he gotta pay up for big you, so you gotta pay to be in the gang. So that's not you gotta pay to be family. Yeah, that's crazy, you can actually manipulate situations that you gotta pay to be family. You paying to be family, I'm saying, so he just more or less, he seems like he was seeking for help, he was asking for help, he was crying, bro. He was sitting there crying. Nigga, it seemed like he needed a hug, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He seemed like he needed a hug.
While defendant's support for family shown by his mother's willingness to serve as a surety and put up a property bond on his behalf is admirable, there is no condition, a combination of conditions to warrant his release pending trial. Even a proposed secure property bond would not mitigate defendant's danger to the community. In light of the severity of his charged offenses and his seriousness, lengthy criminal history, see United States versus her, affirming district court's denial of proposed $600,000 secure bail package based on a risk defendant posed to the community. Congress finding the defendant who is a danger to the community remains dangerous even if he has posted a substantial.
You think he's gonna make bail, You think he's making bail today, Is today his bail day, And then they come on. Let's see how he's talking. Let's see how BRICC Baby's talking himself, because they just speaking. BRICC Baby, they speaking like they got this under control. Now that we hear the charges and shit like that, shit, he be speaking like he got everything handled.
Nick, man, you already know. I ain't back with nothing like the other when they get brothers said, man.
Adam 22, he done left them, Adam 22 ain't about that. Why you think Adam 22 is like, yo, no jumpers going broke, What the fuck? These niggas did millions of views. You know how many times this nigga BRICC Baby done crashed out, and made something happen, and shit sparked, and no jumpers viral. That shit happened mad times. Look at it. He be going there and just crying. Oh, we gonna put kills on the street, Yes. Sounds good, bro, but you crying right now. You hurt. The situation's going on. We see, you can't take people out there for emotion. You know how someone's crying, I hope you die. You can't really take that they crying and shit like that. You can't really take that to effect. You gotta let them say what they want to say, They're gonna be saying all the bad shit, I'll crash this car into a wall. You gotta let them be, That's just what they doing, But, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's mind is different. So you can't just be thinking so mindful that everybody's gonna be thinking so logic. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's mindful. There's no really such thing as logic. There's no such thing as normal thinking, Because what's normal thinking is someone that could pay attention, someone who's coherent enough, and someone who ain't so coherent enough, someone who's ignorant, someone who's wild out, but emotion sparks all different type of things, and people be saying, oh, the wildest shit.
You gotta be down with the dog pound, man. You already know. But look, I'm not trying to sit here and set off no BS. I gotta watch how I talk to stay monetized. Look, I ain't trying to set off no BS. I'm right here down because of. I'm not even gonna say that. Let's just say this. All of this started November 2020. They let Blue Jesus out of the county jail, man. I came home to a lose-lose situation, man. You know what I mean? One of my best friends, coming up on the day of all the stuff that's happening, I'm sitting back on my bunk and I'm sitting there.
You see, now that we know the paperwork and shit like that, is he explaining where he's knocked off, like, compared to what the paperwork is saying, like, that's what I want to know. Is he actually,
just going through stuff, and one of my best friends and my brother got into a mean incident that turned out crazy, man. And my best friend still my road dog, whether he here or gone. And I ain't even had a chance to mourn him publicly on the streets because everybody tags me with another man's business.
So what is he saying, that he's grieving he can't, he's grieving. He's under certain consumptions, he's earning certain shit, that he can't actually have. He haven't been, like, he's just spazzing out here and there, I mean, that's what I'm getting from shit.
Yeah, I mean, me and Eric have nothing to do with each other. You get what I'm saying? Me and Nipsey are, it's like,
You see, I feel like more or less like I said, when I look at him, it looked like a person hurt, and someone, it's like someone took his mojo, pause, don't diddy, someone took his mojo, a long motherfucking time ago, and he's trying to get it back, but you know what I'm saying, he get, like, that's what I feel, and he got put in position to try to be cool, you know what I'm saying, and now he's running regrets, you know what I'm saying. You gotta watch it, You trying to be cool to, like, you gotta be cool to a person that you gotta pay to be in a set of some shit. That don't even make sense.
Like, you guys are closing me out to where I can't even love my brother the right way or mourn for my brother the right way. I think the world kept at they dukes up against me from the get-go. You know what I mean? Right now, I look back at all the hate on the streets. The internet really didn't know till
the way that Big U had that ROLLIN 60 camp over there, the way Big U had that ROLLIN 60 camp over there, it's more or less he didn't even try to let Halloween, you come up his block, you was giving him candy, Like, how does that work, You go to work, you paying him a paycheck, but you working all day, but you gotta pay him a paycheck. Like, yo, what the fuck, Like, he was going against the grain, like, all the way, Big U, you know what I'm saying? He had a whole different game plan going over there, That shit's different. So if you could do that to a person, imagine how he was treating people, how he was treating, if he's treating him like that, imagine how he's treating his girl, or his girl's looking at him, you know what I'm saying? Imagine how shit's going on there.
I opened them up, but as soon as I came home, it was everybody against me. The record deals, the record labels, all my homeboys in the industry, all of them. It didn't matter who it was. They were scared to be out with me publicly unless it was YSL. They were scared for me to come around because of my name being connected to that. I had no win. So you sit back and you watch all the hate. Five stares from a million pairs of eyes, and they screaming.
Now you know what's ill about this shit, What the fuck is he talking about? None of that shit was pulled up in his paperwork, So why is he talking about you was grieving and you couldn't, like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Wait, are you talking about Nipsey Hussle, And if you are talking about Nipsey Hussle, we didn't see nothing about Nipsey Hussle and that you were charged with, What are you talking about, Like, yo, this dude's all over the place, bro. Better be careful,
Damn, oh yeah, they running parades at the BRICC baby in jail. You know what I mean? These are all the same people. Gotta pay attention. I can't talk too much, but you gotta understand. This has nothing to do with what I'm going through right now, but deep thoughts. It's like, where did everything?
Do you think that he's setting a narrative, like he's setting up for a narrative to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's setting up for a narrative so he could get out of jail free card, or he's gonna set up for a narrative to, like, what is he, like, what narrative is he pushing, Because it seems like a lot of shit that they talking about, it's not even in the case. Now the case, is looking fucking. We just seen that it looks kind of crazy, but it's a bunch of empty threats, like a lot of wording and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know, what kind of game he's playing or something.
Everybody start hating me. Where did you start hating BRICC, baby? Because I got a whole lot of people that love me, but where did you start hating me? Because everybody got a biased opinion of the BRICC after they figured out the relationship. I'm I'm gonna let that sit there because I don't want to, you know what I mean? Even to the point to where the people that still represent the Marathon Foundation and the All Money In Foundation, you know what I mean? They resent the BRICC and they deal with people that hated Nip and they know they did, but since
what is your problem? Why are you talking about the marathon? Why is he talking about the marathon? First of all, so he's talking about the marathon, and while he's talking about the marathon, it seems like, bro, like didn't Nipsey, like didn't Nipsey like actually like beat your ass, didn't Nipsey actually fuck you up, so if Nipsey actually put hands and paws and feet and did you dirty, it seems like you got something against him, and you got and since you have something against him, and you gonna say, oh yeah, Shitty ain't the dude. Shitty is the person that unalived Nipsey, and you saying, oh yeah, that's my name is Shitty, so what you trying to say, it seems like you always got something weird to say, and you still trying to say the weird shit, just like you say, oh yeah, oh no, we didn't give Quando Ronald's address out though, but we would have if he would have asked. Like, what the fuck? What kind of shit? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's always saying something, you saying? So you gotta be careful, because this dude, he be off his, you know what I'm saying? Rocking horse, he be off he be off it, it don't make sense.
Died, they've been being riders, meat eaters, you know what I mean, to the association and coming around just for the celebration, man, and y'all forgetting all the past events that happened. Because I really was there.
I feel like Nipsey Hussle had a lot of motherfucking haters. A lot of people looked at Nipsey and said, why do motherfuckers like him so much? Right? So they looked at Nipsey and they said, oh shit, he got that gold chain. Let me go and get that gold chain. They came around and they still was the same person they was. It was like, what he got? I'm gonna get the Rolls Royce. They got the Rolls Royce, came around, and they still was the person they was. Damn, that's not it. What is it, What is it, Like, damn, if we can't beat him, we might as well kill him, Like, because there's nothing that they was just seeing shit, and they think they could get all the material things, and they was gonna beat him. But nah, that's not how it works, bro. You know what I'm saying? Who you are, it comes within you.
But that is, we're not gonna talk about nothing in specific over this horn. Rest in peace to my boy, though. That day coming up in his heart every time. I never celebrate this day. You gonna see people celebrate this day. Pay attention. You know what I mean? Second, these people out here.
This call is from a federal prison.
That's over with. So I'm not even connecting this conversation to that, right? But everybody out there be begging for the title. Everybody begging for the title, but they name never get called, right? You know what I mean? You out there, you super representing this your section, this area. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. I'm just trying to figure out why they name don't never get called. And the real ones don't never catch no break like you do.
Look at that, and that nigga's happy. What he's saying he's happy he got knocked off. He's happy he got knocked off. Now he could brag saying that he's real sick, so he got knocked off with Big U, He got bragging rights, Like, what the fuck? This dude's something different, bro. This dude's actually something different, bro. And that's a fact. You can't be that ignorant, That's a goofball, That's somebody that always wanted to get knowledge for something. He always wanted to get knowledge for certain shit, and it is what it is, bro. Like, what the fuck are you getting that knowledge from,
To go over today, y'all know how I do it over here on this channel. I got released yesterday on Pacer, and basically what this is a memorandum in opposition to request for review the reconsideration of order setting conditions of release detention. Basically, BRICC Baby filed some paperwork saying that he wanted to be let out on bond. They filed this basically saying no, and they lay out everything that they have against BRICC Baby in this paperwork. So right here we've got the cover page. You can see that they got BRICC Baby listed here with all of his different nicknames. They got the table of contents here, which is everything that is going to be inside of this document. right? And there are quite a few things to go over. So skipping past the table of contents, we get here to this introduction. It says defendant Zahir Mitchell asked this court to be released pending trial, arguing that a secure property bond is sufficient to reasonably assure his appearance and the safety of any other person or the community. To the contrary, defendant's criminal history shows a dedication to crime and recidivism, no matter what the consequences. Moreover, his conduct during the investigation in this case shows the same dedication to a life of crime and inability to comply with the rule of law. The indictment first alleges that defendant, in shooting at individuals, possessed ammunition expelled from a firearm on July 12, 2022. Then, on June 21st, 2023, defendant was captured on an intercepted call arguing with his significant other, in which she repeatedly recounted that defendant had pointed a gun at her while she was holding his infant child. Execution of a search warrant at the defendant's home followed, and 3 firearms, including an AK-47 style gun and over 125 rounds of ammunition, were found. After law enforcement seized those weapons and arrested the defendant, he continued undeterred. In March of 2024, defendant erupted at his place of employment, threatening individuals in the room and online with death, fighting security, and later admitting to possessing a firearm during that incident. Throughout 2024, defendant made claims online of murdering people and threatening to do the same to others. Then on March 18, 2025, the day before his arrest in this case, defendant went on a live video podcast with someone who he had previously threatened to kill. During the podcast, sitting across from that person, defendant brandished a firearm in his waistband. When defendant was arrested,
That's how you know that the shit that he be saying is just comical. Like, how the fuck you threaten, right? You threaten to unalive somebody, right? And then you're doing a podcast with him. But you're so nervous you got the strap on you, but you want to show the strap. You want to show everybody that you got the strap on you. Like, I don't like, what the fuck are you, like, this shit is like, what are you, like, this shit is crazy, bro. That's how you know it's mediocre. It doesn't make sense, bro. I mean, it makes sense because that's the way they wanted it to make it seem, because they wanted the fame. They wanted it to look like that. That's why he said, why they name ain't showing up in no paperwork. Damn, it's a bad thing to be a good nigga nowadays, BRICC, baby, you want other niggas to get called? But I don't know why everybody else name ain't getting mentioned, because no one's moving how you moving, Niggas can't move righteously.
following day, an unsecured firearm with multiple magazines of live ammunition matching that seen in the defendant's waistband on the podcast were found where defendant was staying with his young child. Wow, so that was a crazy paragraph right there. Pretty much they're saying that they had a wiretap of BRICC baby threatening to kill his baby mama. They're saying that BRICC baby went on no jumper and threatened to kill a bunch of people, and y'all may remember.
And that's called, I'm saying, consumption. He's taking something. He's all over the place. That nigga's consuming some type of narcotics. And he's over here threatening his baby mom that he want to unalive her and shit like that. That shows the type of person he is. He just be saying that shit. That's like a fucking tantrum for him. He just probably just be having a tantrum. All the time. You know what I'm saying?
This is something that I covered on my channel.
While he's doing that, guess what he's doing? Crying. So he's crying while he's doing that. He's probably crying right there while he's doing that to his baby mom too, saying all that shit, all that. You know what I'm saying? Crying like, damn, this person's a hurt person, bro. A hurt person that wants you to look at him away, but something happened to him,
This is when he went on no jumper and had his infamous crash out and threatened to put a kill squad.
Yo, Adam, what the fuck you do to BRICC baby, What you do, Did you take this nigga's man card? Look at this nigga. Look at him. That don't sound like we ain't gonna be scared from a nigga threatening you. We ain't hearing nothing. Words, it doesn't matter what he's saying, That nigga look like he needs a fucking hug, You know what I'm saying? He ain't like he's about to start crying, Adam, what the fuck you do to BRICC baby, bro? What you do to this man,
Out in the street, if people kept playing with his name, right? I'll go ahead and play that clip for y'all right now. It's not that long, just to add context.
You nigga underlying conditions, nigga, on West Side Road to say that, nigga. On the dead homies, cause y'all
maybe BRICC baby sold his little soul, with a little contract, he needed some money, You know what I'm saying? He got knocked off, he needed some money. Adam, you know what I'm saying, told him, take this and go to sleep, but these people, they go and make a video with you and shit like that, and he did what he had to do, who knows? We don't know, because it seems like he's very, very emotional. He's a very, very emotional character. He Mr. Sensitive, very, very sensitive, Mr. Sensitive, Right now, he's crying, He's crying, You know what I'm saying? You know, you see people in the neighborhood, everybody's fighting, and one of them's crying, They want to threaten the world, They threaten their own mom, they threaten the thing. Oh, I wish everybody died. I wish this person died. I wish that person died. Like, that's what he's on, You know what I'm saying?
I know what it is, nigga. And a nigga, boy, big reason I ain't come outside, kill one of you niggas, cause I was in front of these white niggas. Dead homies, nigga. And the homies would have crashed, nigga. On 6-0, don't give a fuck about none of that, nigga. Shout out Devil Donut, nigga, my real 40s, cuz. These niggas 68ers, though, nigga. On 6-0, and this my homeboy, nigga. On the hood. And whatever me and my homeboy gotta go through to clear what we gotta clear, nigga, on 6-0, he gonna always be my homeboy, nigga. It don't matter, whatever it is, nigga. But the energy that, nigga, from now on, nigga, keep on running content on my name, nigga, I'm putting Kill Squad in the street.
Right, so they referenced that specific moment on No Jumper where BRICC Baby was crashed.
He said, keep running contact on my name. I'm putting Kill Squad in the street. He was like, damn, relax, GG. Give him
Out inside of this paperwork. Not only that, they mentioned that he got on the No Jumper podcast with somebody who he had quote unquote threatened to kill before in the past and brandished a firearm. And they're talking about this clip right here where BRICC Baby, Luce Cannon, Adam 22, and Lush were all on No Jumper. And BRICC Baby kind of did like a little stretch while him and
damn, Bills, you want to come up here, anybody want to come up here, elaborate, what they see in this paperwork or how they feel about BRICC Baby or Luce Cannon or Big U or any of these people, or Adam 22 saying he's going broke or anything that gotta, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, speak your opinion, Y'all want to speak your opinion, y'all can come up, and you know what I'm saying, y'all could, you know what I'm saying, y'all can say what y'all got, the link.
And Luce was kind of getting into it, and you can see the gun on his waistband. I think he did that so Luce could see that he was strapped, but apparently Luce ain't the only one that seen it. Apparently the feds also were watching and seeing that. And this interview happened the day before BRICC Baby was arrested.
Yeah, nah, for niggas could be men like that. If you're a man and then you saying that you a gangbanger, like, you know what I'm saying, you a real deal man or you a gangbanger, and when you sending threats, you're crying. Like, yo, what the fuck be going on his block, Dandada? This nigga's threatening to kill the world, Dandada, and he's crying, nigga, real tears, nigga. Like, what be happening on his block, nigga? That nigga must be getting used to getting bullied, Dandada. That shit crazy, bro. He ain't playing none of that shit, Dandada. Oh, yeah? How you know that? Come up here, Dandada. Come up here and speak your mind. That shit sounds like it sounds like that's what's going on.
They definitely dictated the stream.
The gummies did their thingy thing. That's a fact.
Yeah.
We had some good fun, good clean fun.
Are y'all noticing the patterns, like the bricks and all this shit look a little different and all that?
You really feel like that?
Yeah.
You said Compa was the one that
All right, so those are the two incidents that they referenced in that first paragraph. It continues, it says, all of the above conduct occurred after years of violent crimes, firearm possession, evading charges, and troubling conduct disseminated throughout the internet. Defendant's lengthy periods of incarceration and supervision have not deterred him from continuing to commit dangerous crimes. There is no reason to believe this arrest will be any different, and the safety of the public.
Adam said, yo, you know what? He was looking at this. He said, "Yo, fuck this. I filed a bankruptcy. I'm gonna say I'm backing up away from these people. I'm backing away from fucking BRICC Baby. And it is what it is, bro. So you know what I'm saying? He took his hand off you, He did you slime, nigga. Adam did BRICC Baby how Jay-Z did Benny Siegel, He did him like how he did him worse, Damn, GG, he did him worse than Jay-Z doing Beanie,
Demands that the defendant remain detained. It's got statement of facts. It says bullet point A, defendant is intercepted discussing criminal activities, including pointing a firearm at his partner and child. It says in the first several months of 2023, defendant was intercepted on multiple court-authorized Title III wiretaps, both on his phone and his associates' phones. On multiple calls, defendant discussed criminal activity. Throughout March 2023, defendant discussed how the mother of one of his children accused him of.
Yo, why do you think these people want to be the cool guy so much? Why the fuck do these niggas want to be the cool guy so much, Dandada? Like, they don't give a fuck, Dandada. They don't give a fuck if they get smacked 100 times, Dandada, right? As long as they get to be a crip, Dandada. Like, what the fuck? Like, who you like? That's not gonna make you a man, bro. You got to be a man, Dandada. You got to stand up for yourself, Dandada. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about what's going on, Dandada. I'm saying people's taxing. How do you gonna get taxed to be something who you are? Does Big U get taxed? So it's like one person's making the law. No one came. It's like what? No one like no one went like the niggas who go to college. They don't come back to the hood to advise you. Yo, this nigga's doing you dirty. Y'all don't get no fucking A1 fucking type of fucking advice, you don't get no fucking good advice, top advice, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is what's going on here, like, yo, you shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? This person do this person do that. That's not right. Like, why the fuck he gets to take money and no one else gets to take money? Why the fuck is these people? Look who's behind them, Why though all the people behind them look like they've been getting bullied their whole life? You got a bunch of soft ass niggas behind them too, damn, why is it gotta be like that?
Pointing a gun at her, and defendant claimed that it was a lie. But on June 20th, 2023, a second person accused defendant of the same conduct. That day, defendant's significant other, KC, stated, "You pulled a gun out on me with your daughter. You pulled a gun out on me in front of your fucking daughter. You pointed a gun at me with your bitch ass." Defendant.
Yeah, that's wild, Dada. Why the fuck you pointing a gun at anybody, a girl, your female, any type of female, any type of female, at all, for argument, Are you a fucking female, Like, how the fuck does that work, bro? Like, that's how you know, he been abused. That's how you know. When niggas start doing crazy shit like that, they've been abused, They've been abused, or they just fucking fucked up at the time. Or they've been abused, But when it keeps happening, yo, Adam, what you do to this man, What you do to this? Why you make these niggas so sensitive? Or you just showing who they are,
Responded, "I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck ever since I've been with you." Wow, Brick Baby is a real piece of shit. It says the following day, defendant argued with KC again about her picking up her daughter, ordering her to take the fucking baby outside, "You stupid bitch. You sit in the house all day, you dumb asshole." KC told defendant she could not walk or drive because defendant uffed up her leg and then he was the one who hit on people. Defendant responded, "Man, on 6-0, shut the up, bitch. I just told you, you keep playing with me. You just want to see it." Defendant.
Yo, that nigga coming out and showing it. That nigga come out and baby mama, nigga, on 6-0, nigga, on body ass. They're like, nigga, where we at, we talking to your baby mama, or who we talking to, Nah, hell no, She be fucking with the ops, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Big, you extorted me out this pussy, nigga. Straight the fuck up, nigga. Big U, she gave a piece of about my section, to Big U, Nah, it ain't working like that. That's why he's actually, you know what I'm saying, all up in his feelings and shit like that, It's not her fault, You know what I'm saying? It's your fault, Like, you just got Big U bullying you for everything, taking all your cookies, taking all your crackers, That's supposed to be your boy.
And it told KC to leave and said they were done. On the same day, KC again stated, "It's so uffed up that you can't even apologize for the things you do. You've never apologized for treating me bad. Pulling a gun out on me like this is cool for you, but you want me to go do stuff for you? You talking about you don't want me, shit you got going on, but you gonna pull a gun out on me and my child though, right?" Defendant responded on 6-0, "Yeah, you don't get it. I don't give a uff. I don't. On 6-0, Crip. And remember, this is all on wiretap of phone call recordings. This is how he's talking to his baby mama. It's got bullet point B. It says firearms and ammunitions are recovered from defendant's home. It said following the above mentioned calls, law enforcement obtained search warrants for the defendant's home, car, and person. Inside his home,
that nigga told his baby mama on 6-0 crit. He must have thought he must always think that she got a blood nigga on the side of her or something like that. Like, let them hear this. I know who you with. You must with that 6-0 on the set. Like, come on, GG. That just shows the type of person. Like, nigga, you're like, you got short man syndrome. You always want to spaz. Like, you ain't firm with the situation. And you hurt. You actually hurt, bro. Like, crying and threatening is crazy. You do that shit when you're like 8.
Home, law enforcement found the 3 firearms and ammunition listed in count 2 of the indictment. They found a .380 caliber pistol, a 9mm caliber pistol, and a .556 45 caliber assault rifle style firearm with over 125 rounds of ammunition. Defendant tried to drop some of the firearms and ammunition from his balcony into the courtyard of his apartment complex, just as he had previously stated that he would do on another intercepted call. It's got bullet point C. It says defendant is recorded on intercepted calls, making other admissions. Throughout the remaining period of the wiretaps, defendant made countless assertions or threats pertaining to violent conduct and weapon possession.
So they didn't find nothing, but this nigga, done told his people, yo, this is what I'm gonna do just in case this happens, and then he does it, and then they're like, yo, ain't nothing here, but he did say that he'll do this, check, and that's exactly what he did,
For example, on February 20th, 2023, defendant stated that he did not respect the elders in the gang and would pop anyone that was on 6-0. On March 6, 2023, defendant was on the phone call with his mother and found the mother of his child outside of his house. He told his mom,
yo, on some real shit, is this a comic book? This nigga's locked up for a lot of fucking he say, she say, saying that he's gonna pop, he don't respect no elders and shit like that. I'll pop him, nigga. Ain't no elders get popped, bro. And the elders was fucking popping him, pause, no diddy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing popping off, like, no elders got popped, he threatened his baby mom so much, this is that. That nigga was just off his hiatus, honestly, everything that he was saying, he's just saying, a bunch of say. I understand if he popped the elder dude, and said, yeah, I ain't, but that's not what happened. What happened was he said he was, and they bullying him. So he feels a sort of way, so he comes over here mad aggressive, but he won't say none of that shit in front of them. He's not gonna say none of that shit in front of them niggas. He ain't say none of this shit in front of Big U. But yeah, that's how they got them. They got this nigga mad hot. He comes over here and talks smash shit about the makes him feel good about himself, does it?
That the mother of his child was in gangland and wanted to expire early. Defendant asked the mother of his child if she wanted to die in front of her son on 6-0, as defendant's mother screamed at him to stop because he may be being recorded. Damn, even his mama knew he was on wiretap. On March 6, 2023, defendant told KC that the police were acting stupid and that he was tired of doing what they told him to and that he was ready to shoot the mother of his child. Later that day, defendant told another.
Yo, Gigi, his mom's a real ass lady, but what makes his mom say some shit like that? Like, moms just automatically be like, but maybe his mom was like, more or less, let me say something that's gonna put him right, so he just won't be talking like that all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Just not letting his son know, not letting her son know, nigga, just don't talk like that at all, the way you talking, it makes no sense for you to be talking that way, what you talking that way, and you just keep talking that way, putting that shit into the atmosphere, for what, like you gotta, there's a time and place, you better go do that shit over there,
unidentified male, that he can kill the mother of his child, and he put that on 6-0. There's some interesting wording right there. It says that BRICC Baby told his baby mama KC that the police.
I feel like BRICC Baby's the biggest crybaby, nigga. Like, mom gotta put him in his place, the mom's gotta put him in his place, he's just sitting there, he just I think so great. I think so great. I'll put that in sky. I think so great. That shit sounds crazy, right? That shit looks crazy. That shit's wild crazy, right? Like, all right then, but that's what's going on. I said so. Like, what the? Yo, relax, son. Nah, relax.
Were acting stupid and that he was tired of doing what they told him to do. I don't know what that means, man, but that kind of sounds like somebody might be working. Anyways, it goes on. It says on March 28, 2023, defendant said that he would body slam the mother of his child on her neck and to stop playing with him. In the same call, defendant discussed how it
Nah, that nigga's from out there. I think he's from out there. Then he went to Atlanta for a couple of years. Then he went back.
Felt to kill someone and have to go to school and play basketball the next day. Bullet point D, defendant continues to threaten violence and carry firearms. In addition to the intercepted calls online, defendant continued to threaten violence, carry firearms, and discuss both. For example, in March 2024, defendant quote unquote crashed out at his place of employment, threatening to shoot people and eventually fighting a security guard. Defendant later admitted in separate interviews that he had a firearm on him during the altercation and that he brought his daughter with him to the studio that day, and they got this picture of BRICC baby standing up, you know, while he was crashing out. It says in June 2024, defendant argued over the phone with an individual and claimed that he had killed more people than the other had fought. Defendant stated that he swore it to be true on his 4 babies.
Oh my God, what a comic book, what a comic book, Yo, this dude, he been just saying a lot of shit, This dude's in trouble for saying a bunch of shit that ain't happened. You know how big dudes in trouble for shit that happened and they try to blame him for shit that already happened? This dude's in trouble for a lot of shit that ain't happened. That don't make no motherfucking sense, done. I don't know, Dada.
Which he repeated many times. In later attempting to downplay this claim, defendant stated that even if he had one murder, that would be more than the other person had fights. And right here, they're talking about when BRICC Baby told Luce Cannon, I got more murders in the hood than you got squabbles.
I got more murders than you got squabbles in the hood and homies. Yeah, those than you got squabbles in the set. On the hood, hey, I got. Can you give us like at least 2 names from your put on and what block? I ain't never seen you at no meeting at Hyde Park, Horseman, or at 54th. When did you get put on?
Baby, when
did you get put on? I got put on in 2002. I got put out in 2002, Eileen Street at Jailhouse. What's up? Yeah, dead homie. So when you get put on?
No, you haven't, bro. You've been in.
Man, cuz Baby was a part of my put on. They was a part of my put on. Oh, the dead homies. My first name was Baby Wild. He's an Izzy turned East Coast. That was the 3rd squabble. Who did you squabble, gang?
Everybody.
Who? You didn't squabble.
His name was Baby Wildies. Big over baby. Nigga, cause you cried a lot. Nigga, you a motherfucking baby cried, Now your dumb ass is locked up for all these fucking empty threats, and all this fucking antics, but how can you even get locked up for antics, So it's just, this is ridiculous. Like, yo, this dude, he's a cartoon character, bro. This dude's a cartoon character.
Oh, everybody, you would have went home stuff.
Shut your
You didn't go. Hey, you come up here with 30. None of them was from 60s.
I got more murders than you got squabbles in the hood and homies, nigga.
All right, on bullet point E, it says defendant is charged with.
I don't think a person who got more murders than other people got squabbles, is gonna go over there, hit a whole lick, and pay Big U, half of it, I don't think someone who got more bodies than got squabbles gonna let Big U, storm out of his baby mama, and other things, I don't think a person who got more schools than squabbles, is gonna let people, morally, just take over. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe what?
Repeatedly possessing a firearm and ammunition despite numerous felony convictions. It says defendant is now charged with multiple counts of possessing firearms and ammunition, all in violation of 18 U.S.C. 922. The first charge stems from the defendant shooting 3 bullets into a business parking lot in July of 2022 to ward off would-be robbers. The second charge involves all the firearms and ammunition found at his home in June 2023. Both of these charges followed 5 felony convictions convictions from 2010, 12, 14, 16, and 20, respectively. Damn, BRICC Baby is getting arrested and charged every 2 years for the last decade. It says, respectively, while the pretrial services report includes a longer criminal history with out-of-state convictions. Bullet point F, the morning of defendant's instant arrest, he had an unsecured firearm and ammunition in reach of his young child. On March 19, 2025, law enforcement arrested the defendant on the felon in possession charges in the indictment at his residence in Gardena, California, with his significant other and young child. Agents found a Glock 26 firearm and a 17-round Glock magazine with 16 rounds of 9mm ammunition, as well as another magazine with 16 rounds of 9mm ammunition. Defendant kept all of that unsecured despite residing with his significant other and a child he had already threatened with a firearm before, despite being arrested with all of the firearms and ammunitions at his residence in June 2023, despite his many felony convictions prohibiting him from possessing firearms or ammunition, and despite California Penal Code 32310 prohibiting possession of large capacity magazines. Bullet point G, defendant's criminal history is full of violence and supervision violations, as shown in the pretrial services report and the indictment itself.
So far, the data, what we heard, the data, is a fucking bunch of empty threats, the data, a bunch of empty threats, the data, him, the data, being mad emotional, mad sensitive, saying, oh yeah, I don't care about these big niggas, da da da. I'll pop anything, da 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 da. But he won't say that to Big U to his face, da da da. But he's saying that to someone else, da da da. So you know what I'm saying, cause he been getting bullied, da da da. So it's just like this dude been getting bullied, da da da, and he's just going places, da da da, and he's taking it out on everybody else, da da da. Real shit, he's taking out his baby mom, taking out here, he's taking out there, cause he getting bullied everywhere, da da da. Damn, GG, relax, da da da.
Defendant's multiple firearm and ammunition possession charges in this case are far from the defendant's first crimes. Number one, in 2006, there was a narcotics and obstruction of law enforcement charge. Almost 20 years ago, defendant earned his first felony from a narcotics distribution conviction, while he also was charged with willful obstruction of law enforcement officers by use of threats or violence. He was sentenced to 10 years probation and given a second chance with community service and schooling conditions. Incident number two, in 2010, reckless evading involving assault with a deadly weapon. In 2010, defendant's criminal charges escalated with the charge for assault with a deadly weapon with great bodily injury likely and a conviction for evading a peace officer with disregard for safety. Defendant was sentenced to 365 days in jail and 3 years of probation, a violation of which resulted in 2 years of confinement. According to the certified conviction records and police reports for the original crime, police saw a S worker enter the defendant's car, and defendant then sped off upon seeing police. Defendant led police on a high-speed chase through stop signs and red lights. At some point, defendant pushed the female out of the moving vehicle. The victim landed on her face and defendant ran over her thigh with his car. The victim later stated that she asked to be let out multiple times, but BRICC Baby refused until he later threw her out of the car. The victim also stated that the defendant said he had something he needed to get rid of.
Damn, he ran over her leg, the dada, so when she fell and then the back tire hit her leg, the dada. This nigga's tweaking, the dada. And this is what happens, the dada, when you are not who you say to present yourself to be, the dada. Like, you're not gonna be going, the dada, corner to corner, the dada, looking for a strangler, the dada, to fucking to crack, the dada. That's not what you're doing, the dada. That's not what you're doing if you're saying you're this person. You're just around just looking for a nigga. Yeah. What cartoon you part of, the dada?
During the chase and threw a handgun out of the window. The third incident, 2012 to 2014 narcotics convictions.
So you mean the realest niggas, the dada, is in LA, the dada, looking for prostitutes on the street, the dada, corner to corner, the dada. Like, who does that shit, the dada? Like, that's not what them niggas, real niggas ain't moving like that, GG. Like, come on now, they got too much to be fucking. You think they're gonna be a random person? Random is crazy. A whole random person, the dada, unless it's just a moment to moment thing. You know what I'm saying? Moment to moment. You're like, oh yeah, you was at the bar, so you look to the left, they look to the left. You know, something like that. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, whatever the case may be. But damn, the dada.
On his release in 2012, defendant was arrested for transportation of a controlled substance and ultimately sentenced to 365 days in jail and another 3 years of probation. That probation was later revoked after the defendant admitted to violating it. 5 months after that arrest, but before that sentence, he was arrested for the same crime in Nevada and ultimately was sentenced to 4 years of probation. In 2013, he was arrested for and by 2014 convicted of possession of a controlled substance. Defendant later received misdemeanor relief for that conviction, but he thereafter violated his probation again. Incident number 4, 2016, criminal threats conviction. On August 2nd, 2016, defendant was convicted of criminal threats and sentenced to 2 years in state prison, although he was given yet another opportunity with the suspension of the execution of that sentence and 3 years formal probation. He violated that probation multiple times, even receiving a no bail bench warrant for his failure to appear for a violation hearing. Incident number 5, 2020 robbery conviction. On October 7, 2020, defendant was convicted of robbery and sentenced to 6 years imprisonment. This arrest also led to a high-speed chase and barricade incident that defendant glamorized in his music. And they've got a screenshot of BRICC Baby's music.
So in reality, does BRICC Baby actually fucks with Big U, or he has to fuck with Big U, You know what I'm saying? So that's just crazy. These niggas was talking mad hella shit. They was talking hella shit with each other. Going back and forth. But if they get into a squabble in there, guess who they gotta fight? Guess who they gotta look towards? Each other. Now they gotta look for each other. Y'all niggas done fucking was beefing out here. All this. Now y'all on the same side. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. You got to you're gonna have to be around people you absolutely don't like, like people you don't like their character, you don't like how they move, you don't like, but y'all from the same color, so that's what it is, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you gotta have some morals. Stand up, nigga. Stand up. Cry, nigga. Cry to Big U. Tell Big U that. Tell Big U you gonna put kills out in the street, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand up, GG.
Music video Behind the Gate, where he included footage from the news. It says incident number 6, misdemeanor arrest and other conduct. It says, as a juvenile, defendant was charged with carrying a concealed weapon, robbery, and minor in possession of a weapon. He has further arrest for narcotic sales, many failure to appear in multiple states, obstruction, multiple felony and possession charges, false statements, flight, assault with a deadly weapon, multiple fugitive from justice warrants, inflicting corporal injury on a spouse, criminal threats, and multiple robberies. Defendant also has misdemeanor convictions and an infraction involving arrest for taking a vehicle without consent, driving on a suspended license, and domestic violence. Number 7, defendant's fraud crimes. Defendant's crimes do not pertain only to violence and weapon possession, though. Defendant is currently under investigation for fraudulently applying for FEMA benefits by claiming to be a renter of a property in Pasadena, California, destroyed in the Eaton fire in January 2020. Moreover, in his digital devices seized during his previous arrest, defendant was in possession of multiple social security numbers, addresses, and other personal identifying information that he had bought on WhatsApp. Defendant even had a photograph of a driver's license with his photograph, but a different name, address, and state. My God, it says bullet point H, defendant was detained based on a risk of flight and danger. On March 19, 2025, this court ordered defendant to be detained pending trial based on risk of non-appearance and danger to the community. This court found detention to be appropriate based on, 1, the defendant's history and characteristics, including his criminal record of fugitive arrest and violating probation and parole conditions, as well as insufficient bail resources, and 2, defendant's safety risk due to the nature and seriousness of the instant charges and his criminal history, which include numerous convictions, some of which were violent. Number 3, argument A, legal standards for pretrial detention. A defendant must be detained pending trial where no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the appearance of the person as required and the safety of any other person and the community. The detention is thus appropriate for a defendant who is either a danger to the community or a flight risk. They then state this case, United States versus Matamidi. It says the Bail Reform Act mandates an individual evaluation guided by the factors articulated in 3142 United States versus Diaz Hernandez. Those factors are the nature and circumstances of the offense charged, including whether the offense is a crime of violence. 2, the weight of the evidence against the defendant. 3, the defendant's character, physical and mental condition, family and community ties, past conduct, history relating to drug or alcohol abuse, criminal history. And 4, the nature and seriousness of the danger to any person or the community that would be posed by the defendant's released. They cite another case, United States versus Windsor. It says defendant should remain detained. All of the 3142 factors justify ordering defendant to remain detained pending trial. It says 1, nature and circumstances of the offenses. The nature and circumstances of the defendant's offenses unequivocally weigh in favor of detention. Defendant's offenses, which are possessing multiple firearms on multiple occasions and over 125 rounds of ammunition, some of which he fired, are serious. The fact that defendant fired at would-be robbers in a business parking lot and less than a year later was found with firearms after purportedly pointing them at his partner and child only confirmed that the defendant should not be possessing firearms, not to mention his multiple prior felony convictions, each of which alone prohibit him from possessing firearms in the first place. His continued possession of another firearm and even more ammunition at home with his child during his latest arrest only further corroborates the need for his detention. Moreover, defendant faces a statutory maximum of 15 years for each count. As currently charged due to defendant's extensive criminal history and with enhancements for the type and number of firearms and obstruction of justice, defendant faces a likely guideline range of 92 to 115 months imprisonment based on a total offense level of 21. And for those who don't want to do the math, 92 months is 7.5 years, 115 months is 9.5 years. That's what he's looking at based on these charges that he got. They've got the charges listed: base level offense, 23 firearms plus 2 obstruction plus 2, making the total level of his offense a 24. The severity of the potential penalties involved augments defendant's risk of non-appearance. So they're saying because of what he's being charged with and the sentence that he's facing, and based on the fact that he has skipped out on court dates in the past.
Right now, this dude is looking like his shit was put together. It's just looking extra fucking spicy because it is, like all the shit, like all the empty threats and all these things and the shit that he was saying and kill squad this and kill squad that and kill squad that. It's just like it's not unrealistic. It's unrealistic. It's just a bunch of he say, she say, this say, this. Like that's what he was doing. He was making himself. He made himself look like he was actually one of them that they actually believed it. But it was just all talk, bro.
It's likely if they release him, he will skip out on this court date as well. It says,
I don't know if that's like, yo, you know what, we gonna have to make this shit look good, Put something together for this nigga, Put all his charges together, make him look extra fucking crazy, put the conversations in there, make the conversations look extra crazy, but nigga, cause they wasted the time, cause you wanted to look like you was this person, they actually thought that you was there, but you wasn't, you actually wasn't.
As courts have recognized, such a lengthy sentence provides significant incentive to flee, and given defendant's criminal history and category, he is facing a guideline sentence of nearly 10 years. They cite another case where somebody had done that exact thing, fled because they were facing a long sentence. It says defendant's previous evading and flight from law enforcement, as well as his repeated fugitive arrest, failures to appear, and parole violations confirm the same. In sum, the nature and circumstances of defendant's offenses demonstrate that he is a risk of both danger and
All I'm saying is he's in jail for talking about crime that haven't been committed. There was nothing being committed. He just talking about crime. Big U's locked up because there's crime and they trying to charge him with it. There's crime that's committed already. And now they trying to charge him with this shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what's going on. But he's locked up for saying that, I'm gonna kill this nigga while he's crying and shit. He go put his card on the face. That shit crazy. Like it's all different. It's all, you know what I'm saying? It's all different. It's all different. This dude, he put himself in a predicament. He put himself in a predicament, GG.
Appearance. Number 2, weight of the evidence. The evidence that defendant committed the charged offenses is overwhelming and cannot be ignored in assessing defendant's risk of danger and non-appearance in this case. Defendant was captured on audio recordings discussing firearms and other crimes for months. When his home was searched, those firearms were recovered. Defendant was previously captured on surveillance footage where shell casings were later recovered at the defendant's location in the video, showing that he fired them. Evidence of defendant's continued possession of firearms is likewise powerful, including the night before his arrest on the podcast video as found in his home during the arrest. All the evidence in this case concludes.
And maybe they kind of thought that it was happening because he was near Big U, but Big U, and they heard Big U talking about, oh yeah, this dude committed, like Big U actually got this dude in trouble, He's like, oh yeah, this dude hit a lick, oh yeah, he booked something, Well, guess what? I told him to come over here, and they heard that on the tap, and they're like, oh shit, this nigga's over here committing crime too, and that's what got him all caught up with that shit. But they didn't, so they like, oh shit, look at how he's talking. Oh shit, so maybe this is true, but they didn't know that. Bro, hell no, that's not what it is, You don't see?
Exclusively shows defendant's continued possession of firearms and use of those prohibited firearms. Accordingly, the weight of the evidence, which this court shall consider under 18 U.S.C. 3142, favors defendant's continued detention. It's got number 3, history and characteristic of defendant. It says defendant's history and characteristics also favor detention. Indeed, defendant's involvement in multiple violent offenses renders him partially dangerous to the community. The evidence of his violence and threats of violence is all exacerbated by defendant's apparent continued access to firearms as detailed above. The recordings of defendant discussing uncharged conduct cast his already damning criminal history in an even more troubling light. Defendant's many convictions, along with his recent involvement in these firearm offenses, further establish the danger he possesses to the community if he is released. Additionally, defendant's headlong flight from law enforcement on multiple occasions and countless supervision violations only reinforces his dangerousness and his
That's why they kept on letting him out though, because they know, they knew that this nigga ain't about nothing, They knew that shit. They was hearing everything. They was hearing so much on the white time, nigga. They knew that Big U was fucking with his baby mom. They knew that Big U was showing him out of this, They know what type of person Big U is, Like, they know what type of person Big U is, Shit crazy, bro. Shit crazy.
Sweetie. Man, hey, listen, bro. Luce, how's your chin? How's your bro, listen, bro. I heard, bro, you like knocked the nigga out, and the guard said, damn, I told you niggas don't fuck with him, man.
That's exactly what happened. I went like bing bong boom boom.
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong boom.
I told cuz, I said, take this.
These dudes was beefing with each other. Now they in the same cell with each other, fighting with each other, gotta hold each other's back, but do they actually like each other, That's just fucking nuts, That's how you know that. That's just how people, like, how can you gonna be around someone that you don't like, you don't trust, you don't think, but that's what it is, but.
Just with you, Dart, and cuz hit the ground, right? And then the other nigga was like, oh, he's really like that. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing we know, they got the dissing the next morning. BRICC and everybody else had a melee.
That's crazy. Wait, hold on. Was it what, like 5, 10, 20, 30, a 50-person melee? Like,
No, it was like 7 on, like 9.
When you in the gang, of course, there's people probably that you don't like or something like that, but these niggas, the way that they was talking, they wasn't gonna fuck, they wasn't fucking with each other, but if you don't fuck with each other, why would you be repping the same thing? That's what got you all messed up, If Big U was treating you mad fucked up, why you repping the same shit as Big U, you should stop, You probably wouldn't even been in this situation with Big U,
9. They had 9, we had 7.
God damn. Wait, pause. And y'all won the fight or y'all lost the fight?
No, come on, cuz they out of here. You get what I'm saying? That records always stay.
Oh, hold up. Wait. Hold up. Y'all made niggas pack it up?
Of course.
God.
And that's all y'all gonna get on this show
God.
right now.
Damn, was it? Wait. Paul, was it what gang members? Was it Bloods or who?
Y'all need to spend some money.
I know. Wait. Pause. Wait. Pause. Were they Bloods though, Luce, or what type of gang were they?
Yeah, you know what they was.
Oh,
so there was
man. Hey, listen, man. Luce, question, bro. How's your mental health right now, man? How you feeling in there, bro? Like, do you feel, because listen,
how you think niggas that doing time right? From doing time they in there it doesn't matter blood this, that, they in there and y'all goofy ass niggas bring your asses up in here. And I ain't saying Luce Cannon's a goof but I'm just saying y'all come up in here and y'all bring y'all niggas up here. You got fucking this nigga, this brick baby trying to act like he's with his chest out because he was with Adam 22. Like, nigga, none of that shit matters in here. Like, what you talking about, bro? Like, you already paying to be part of your set of data, so you already know what type of person you are. I don't think everybody gets that treatment, or does everybody get that treatment? I don't think everybody gets that treatment, but break the data, like, you're in there, the data, so situations, a lot of niggas gonna feel sort of way probably gonna try to, you know what I'm saying? Because they think that they know you, and they probably don't fuck with certain shit that you be doing, certain shit that's going on, or whatever the case may be, but it is what it is. You have to hold it down. But now you gotta be fighting with niggas that you actually don't like, Dada.
Cause people heard you talk yesterday, and they was like, "Yo, it sounds like Luce in summer camp right now, man."
No, so you have to understand. You have to make this the best. I can't be stressing out and stuff. Going through this, and plus I got my rock at home holding everything down. You get what I'm saying? She got this torch right now. Running it up,
man.
So Big U stood beside y'all and fought with y'all.
Hey, chill, bro. We can talk about that, man.
Right.
You see, right here, right now.
You feel me, man?
Hey, Thing, get BRICC. Where BRICC at?
Oh, okay, BRICC coming. Wait, Luce though. Now listen. And there was an audio that dropped this morning, man. Did you ask her to take it down, man, or like? You know, or you know. No.
I just told her to repost it in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I dropped it too late. I dropped it.
I think what's going on, the data. I think what's going on, the data. They know that Adam ain't fucking with them like that, the data. So I feel like they ain't really trying to get Adam. They ain't really trying to get Adam too much content. You know what I'm saying? So that's why she's like, oh nah, fuck it, run your content on your own shit. You can run your content on your own shit, the data. Just run up your content, the data, because that's mad. That's so much content, the data, that they know it, the data, but they got Adam got to fuck with them to run it, the data, and Adam just not fuck with them. So he want to say that he's broken this like that. So they like, yo, you know what, the data, we gonna have to feed ourselves and our peoples and our family and shit like that. So run it here, the data. That's probably what's going on.
It dropped it too late, but at the end of the day, y'all already got the audio, right?
No, man. So no. Right.
We was about
there was part 2 that I wanted, because the audio from the live stream was kind of. I bet. Yeah, man. Because bro, Luce, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. When you type in Luce Cannon,
they're not trying to run. They're not trying. Look at that dude right here. He's looking sad. The other dude, the dude with the hat right here. The dada. He's looking sad, the dada, because he can't ask so many questions. They don't want to ask questions, the dada. And Flacco thinks they fucking with him, but they're not even fucking with Flacco. Flacco's just a person that's, you know what I'm saying, that could be patient with them. So they like, oh yeah, we could get Flacco something, because he's, you know what I'm saying, he's cool, he's patient. Look at he don't care. He's just happy, the dada. And this is so sad because he want to ask some questions, but they're not running contact there, the dada, because Adam ain't fucking with them probably.
On Google, bro. Nigga, hip hop DX, hot new hip hop, Fox News, CNN, ABC. I said, bro, Luce Cannon. Listen, bro. When Luce Cannon come home, nigga, bro. Listen, bro. Like you damn near bigger than like academics now, bro. Like you, bro. You're massive now, bro.
Oh, well, that's good. But it's also thanks to y'all. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why
I don't know who Rich Trapper is, Dada.
Man, facts, man.
No.
See, man, I'm a real nigga, man. Come on, bro.
She said, nah, not yet.
Okay.
But I already said that you hold the torch.
Not facts.
And ran with it and never stopped. But people don't understand that she taught me the YouTube shit. Like all the other shit like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know none of this shit. I just mastered this shit. But she took it.
Man, you Luce, do you work out?
Oh yeah, every day.
What?
I lost like 25 pounds already.
Really? Damn.
Rocco, he gonna teach you. He gonna train you next. Don't worry. You next.
Nah, hey, listen, Luce, I need that jail program, man.
Where cuz at? Tell cuz to pull up right now.
This call is from a federal prison.
You see, man? Here, a question though, right here. Look though, are you worried about losing too much weight though? Because once again, bro, if you turn too skinny, man, those big jail niggas coming, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm 200. You get what I'm saying? But
Okay, 200. Okay.
Solid. So at the end of the day, it's like I hit hard, Flacco. You know that?
Hey, listen, bro. Facts.
I put shockwaves to a nigga.
Electricity, nigga. Right, electricity, man. Hey, bro, Luce, listen, Luce, listen, bro. Listen, bro. Like, listen, bro. Why did niggas feel like they could try you in there, bro? Because, bro, I'm like, hold on, bro. Who's the dumb nigga that thought that thought they could press Luce?
That's why Luce actually probably speaks something, Dada. That's why he's speaking up to a lot of shit, Dada. And him speaking up to a lot of shit, Dada, that she got. I don't know if Big U probably fucking, you don't know if Big U, Dada, you know what I'm saying, got the other side fuck with him too, Dada, so he can make it look like it's the other side, boys. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, Dada. You gotta stay righteous, Dada, because remember, these dudes got smoked, Dada.
Luce about anything when, bro, he's seen the videos, bro. He's seen niggas get knocked out unconscious already, bro.
But you have to understand this. People try because they want a trophy or they want bragging rights. And then when they don't go their way, then they be like, oh, he is like that. That's how it goes.
Man, bro.
Hey, did 4 extras get out?
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, right? Look, bro, look back, bro. Look, and he said free y'all, and he said y'all innocent. You feel me? You feel me, bro? Right? So like, you know, it don't appear like there's you know, like there's any smoke for me because he's trying y'all out. You know, he right like. Man, Luce, bro. How's the bond coming though? Like, how's Bill going?
I know it's going good. Me and BRICC be out Wednesday.
Really?
Word. So that's breaking news.
I'm back. Cool.
I bet. Cool.
I bet. Yo, we live right now. We have about like 3,000 people watching.
You're on the line.
Yo, Luce.
Hey, hold on, let me put BRICC on the phone real quick.
BRICC ain't really trying to talk to them, Dada. He really don't even care to talk to them, Dada. He makes it seem like that because when he was talking to academics, Dada, he was talking, oh, this, that, I got this, that. It's how he's about to put up, bell, this, that. But don't you work here when you told them? You didn't tell them nothing.
Yeah. Yo, listen, yo. Oh, BRICC, listen, man. BRICC the trick. Listen, bro, we live. Please, man, don't say from nothing for me. And too crazy going on, man.
BRICC, what's the word, man? Brody?
It's BRICC, not that Trinity, man. You already know what's going on, man. I'm feeling like
How was the fight, man? No, wait. Who just said it though? Look. Okay.
Look at the Dada. Look it. Ain't running no contact with him. The Dada, he ain't running nothing. He ain't saying nothing too much. The Dada, he ain't fucking with them niggas like that. The Dada, they're not fucking with him. He don't fuck with them. It's crazy.
Right.
Yo,
man. Brick. Have you gained weight or lost weight, man?
I'm still looking like a model in here, man. I'm just
Bro, that's not what it is, because when he went to academics, he was telling academics everything and shit like that, and they running contact on their own pages, You know what I'm saying? Luce is running contact on his own pages with his wife, and they run it. So at the end of the day, they just not fucking with Adam like that, because Adam ain't fucking with them, and Adam knows that shit. That's why Adam said, yo, I'm going big, man, fuck it. Because they don't got nobody without them, because that's the news right there. They got to get the inside scoop right there, but they keeping the inside scoop only to themselves, They're not giving the inside scoop to fucking Luce Cannon's wife. Luce Cannon's wife, she's running the show. So she's like, nah, hell no, we ain't giving fucking this nigga nothing. Like, I see what it is. That's crazy. She's holding it down.
400 yesterday, 600 today, little bench.
What?
Luce Cannon's wife.
400 what?
Down.
Like 400 push-ups yesterday. Up to 600 today. I'm gonna get on this pull-up bar and shit. You know what I mean?
With pause. 400 push-ups?
I think I'm like I think I'm like probably gained like 5. I lost like 10 off the rip. You know you gotta fast when you first get here. This food be nasty as a motherfucker. So all that water weight left, and I'm gaining back muscle mass, man.
Damn. Here, right? Okay, my question then, right? So here, right? So like you left the streets at like 140. So what are you right now?
I left the streets at 160, nigga.
Man, cut it out, my nigga.
Yo, this
bro,
nigga
cut it out,
food,
bro.
bro.
You was never 160, bro.
Bro, I've never dropped under. It fucked me up when I got in here. I was 159. I've never been up under 175. I think that job has stressed me out.
150. Wait.
Hey, he said a job, like no jumper.
Oh.
No, hanging with no jumper, what you mean stressed out, You was partying with him, nigga. Partying with Adam, is gonna hit different. And Adam don't care, Adam actually, he's moving like he's maneuvering,
Hey, hold on, let me holler at him.
I'll be real, bro. It'll be stressing.
Hey, so hey, Brick, what up? This is Remo, nigga.
What up with my brother?
Man, what's the word?
Appreciate you too, Remo. You a real nigga.
Yeah, you got that?
It's the police, man.
It's love, bro. It's love. Man, hey.
You know, and Flacco always been a real one. We don't even got to discuss it. You hear me, Flac?
Hey, because look, I was just pressing him. I was like, hey, you made sure Brick
was coming.
I said, you made sure Brick got anything on his, you know what I'm saying, on his books? And he was saying he don't.
I said, I don't talk about sending.
Flacco like brothers, bro. I ain't even called him yet because he know what's up.
Like,
you know.
I just had to hold him accountable. I'm like,
I don't sit, listen. And here, right?
He always in my corner, bro. It been times where I ain't had nothing and I ain't told nobody, bro. And bro really went crazy for me, so I don't even have nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, love, hell yeah.
What? Here, right? Also, too, right? Brick, right? I told this police nigga, hey, listen,
I'm the police,
right?
Nigga. You know how much crazy?
No. Look though, right? I told this police nigga, okay. Me and Brick is business.
Yo, what he's trying to say, is that what Flacco's trying to say, that this nigga, he's the police nigga. He be telling the shit to Adam, He's running back to Adam. He's running back to the headquarters, That's Adam. You know what I'm saying? He's fucking with Adam heavy, So watch it, Don't tell him too much because he's gonna fuck with Adam, You know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying, actually.
Meaning this, okay? Brick Baby and me have a rap split on the video. So anything I'm sending Brick Baby is based on the videos that I give. I'm not just sending cash to fund the operation. He has earned the money that I'm about to send.
It like that? Like,
nah, bro, listen.
We do.
Yeah,
nigga,
bro.
It's content.
Nah, listen, bro.
I just texted him. Hey, did you get the text message last night?
Yeah, bro. Listen, right. Right. So the bands that I'm sending Brick Baby is bands from his ref split, not me just giving them money. Feel me?
Yeah, man. All right, so Big Flat holding it down though, Brick.
Yeah, man.
So that's
You feel me?
Everybody that got Luce Cannon in their videos need to do
On the 21st of every month, I'm sending the bands.
Everybody, you gotta find real friends.
This call is from a federal prison.
Everybody not a real friend. You know what I'm saying?
Type shit.
But sometimes you come across good friends.
You heard Luce Cannon's wife, the daughter? Like, yo, anybody that got Luce Cannon too, the daughter, but do the same, the daughter. You know that? Because she's actually keeping it thorough, the daughter. She's like, nah, run contact over here, bro.
See what I mean? That do the right thing.
Yeah, man, feel me?
Everybody ain't right over there, though. I've been texting somebody, man. Motherfucker ain't hit me back.
Who? In the no jumper building?
Man.
Air him out, nigga. Fuck it, air him out.
Yeah, man. I don't think y'all want me to do that one.
Shit. Air him out, I know you ain't saying 22.
Yeah. I don't think y'all.
You see, Adam ain't picking up no more. It's a wrap. Adam says it's a wrap, the daughter.
Want me to hear that?
Man, air that shit out, man. Nah, you ain't talking about 22. Nah, not. Wait, Paul. Wait, hold up. Is it Adam?
Oh man, the phone breaking up.
Man. Nah, man. Oh man, I'm gonna have to talk to Adam, man.
Hey,
they know.
Hello.
Hey, what up?
The phone breaking up. Hey, Remo, what's up? I forgot you was right there because you are real low.
I appreciate you, man. Free y'all, man. Oh, wait, Paul Remo is a low?
Yeah.
See, I knew it.
Well, you know, in our terminology.
You see, that's all they got for him. That's all they got. That's all they got for Adam. Adam ain't picking up. I bet they ain't gonna fuck with Adam like that. But Adam. That's why Adam said, "Yo, you know what? We gonna have to end this shit." Well, the way that they was talking to this nigga academic.
How you doing? You already know, ain't nothing to it. I'm just right here cooling. Let me fix this wire. Right here cooling. It ain't nothing to a soldier though. I heard that you've been keeping my name in great lights. I appreciate that, big bro.
Yeah, man. I want to see y'all get out of this situation, man. We was having a good time on making content, man. I want to get back to making content. I don't want no legal shit going on, bro.
Yeah, man. You already know. Just in the middle of gang, he say, she say, we had it right back though. We had it right back. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I don't want to jinx it, but we might peekaboo tomorrow. It might be the pop out because I got like 1.1 in equity in the house. So as soon as we go right there, I go for my bail tomorrow. They should be letting the nigga walk.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm hoping y'all both get out, man. You know,
You see, they didn't say all this on no jumper, the daughter. What the heck? Breaking news, the daughter. Breaking news, the daughter. They're not fucking with no jumper like that because they didn't say nothing. They asked him, yo, you got belt? He just said, yeah, but we gonna keep it out though. But they saying way more right now with DJ Academics, the daughter. Because DJ Academics probably, I don't know, they said he was holding it down. However else he was holding it down.
You can fight whatever better from outside the walls and inside them shits, you know?
Come on, man. And then I'm coming to see you as soon as I touch down. Don't worry about it.
Come on, man. Again.
They already know.
I want to see y'all doing good, man. Like, let me tell you this, man. Again, obviously, like, we put our differences behind us, but, man,
fucking around the daughter, DJ Academics might just start making contact with these people they came out right now, the daughter. He might just run the contact with them, the daughter. Who knows?
I like everybody up in
this call is from a federal prison.
I like everybody up in the space, and I just want everybody to be doing good, man. You know what I mean? When I see this shit, I'm like, yo, man, I need y'all boys to come out of this clean.
Of course. Yeah. That's why I'm like, it's cool though. You know, they gotta make it look bad. But like I said, I got all type of lawsuits and all that coming because they make me look like the big bad wolf. I ain't even on that case.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, that's confusing, but you don't.
We go chop it. Yeah, we go chop it. Everybody rub their palms together, keep their fingers crossed, man. We'll be back, sweetie. We'll be back tomorrow. But nah, we you know, what you about to say?
Ain't no way y'all in the same cell though. That don't work.
Oh, my mama. We in the same, man. We nigga, as soon as he came in, clearing shit out. Come here. He coming right here, nigga.
Damn.
Hey, listen, that shit.
I feel like Brick Baby he's way more comfortable talking to academics than talking to Adam 22. He ain't really, you know what I'm saying? He feels like Adam 22 probably did him dirty. Left him high and dry. Because he just sitting there just plainly talking, giving all the information. He got 1.1 in the house equity. That he talk about all years a bunch of he say she say he said that he don't know why they got them there big U, whatever the case may be. That's mad shit he say. He didn't say none of that shit with Flacco and Remo but it's different. He fucking with
that shit on the streets. That's that shit on the streets. We right here, nigga. That's all we got.
Yeah, damn. I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was like a setup or some shit. I'm like, yo, hold on now. They did that.
We gonna talk when we get right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna talk right there.
Yo, but y'all been good though. How's the day to day in there though?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, we running. It's actually straight. Like, you know what I mean? We can play basketball all day. They letting us get fresh air and all that shit. So it ain't really, it ain't really too much of a headache. They ain't just locking us in 23 and 1 and all that. We got time to run around and stuff. So it's a little bit cool.
But at least y'all got a court day tomorrow.
Yeah, we go tomorrow. We both go in the morning, so you'll see what come out of it.
Shit, I'm hoping both.
I'm on the 78 to 80 percentile.
Okay. Hey, you been? Yeah, I know you big on the family, so you didn't holler at the kids. Everything good?
Yeah, everything together. My daughter, the oldest one, she was taking it hard at first, but now she old enough to where I could talk to her, so she cool with what's going on.
Yeah.
That's the shit that's hurting a nigga the most, them kids, but everything else, it's all gravy. They'll come from up under it.
Yeah. This whole situation, man, again, that's why I need y'all to get up from under this, that we could really talk, because it's just so much.
Yeah, that's why I said when I touch, I'm on my way to you.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, it'll be all good. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be all good tomorrow. I just ain't trying to overhype it. Hold on, here go Luce. We only get 10 minutes at a time. Hold on. Hey, what up?
Luce, what you getting on, my man? We need you out here.
Probably like tomorrow. Probably a good 80-90% chance.
Oh, that's good. How you been surviving in there?
And he's surviving, but it's like
even Luce is talking more to DJ Academics than he was talking to Flacco and Remo. It seems like they're not fucking with this nigga Adam like that. What Adam? What you do to these niggas,
It's like BS. You know what I'm saying? Especially the stuff they got.
Yeah. Shit. So, yep. Yeah, I'm hoping y'all get out tomorrow, man. Shit is way better on this side where you can fight that shit. They try to kill y'all spirit. That's one thing I realized. They ain't kill your spirit yet, man. Because sometimes I think niggas get locked down and be like, yo, this shit over,
I know, but that's what a lot of people be in here doing. I just be in here just, still creating my content, still trying to have a little opportunity of free will by doing it. You get what I'm saying? So that's my outlet when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
And I'm still making BRICC my store runner.
Yo, I'm shocked they got you out of the same cell. That seems crazy.
Yeah, but the thing is, we all fighting the same thing, so it's like it's minute to what me and BRICC got, but big useless.
You see, BRICC playing his part now, and he's the store runner. He ain't Mr. Got more things than you got squabbles. He ain't that. He's the store runner. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like it's a way more comfortable conversation at DJ Academics platform than it was at Adam's platform. They're not fucking with Adam. And Adam's platform seems like it went kind of dry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just, people there, the data just dry, the data.
Cuz got a lot of goofy shit, so it really don't have nothing to do with us, too. So it's just like we all wrapped up in like some gumbo shit.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing I'm gonna say is this, I just got this like ill feeling, like, man, they really don't got nothing on you, but like they hoping that during this time you gonna say something on the phone or some shit. They gonna try to they search it for stuff. You know what I mean? So that's why I want you to be careful, man. You know what I mean? Yo, you gave me good energy when we met in person, bro. You've always been solid with me. You know what I mean? I rock with you. I think you hilarious. I think you good at this content shit. You know what I mean? I want you to get up from under this shit, bro.
No, definitely. I appreciate you. You know, I fuck with you. You like the biggest on here. You get what I'm saying? So it's like when you get pointers and everything like that, I take them and I run with them. You get what I'm saying? Try to master it.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, I'm wishing the best for this situation. I want you to get out of it. Listen, man, I need you to be on YouTube being like, Sweetie! You know what I mean?
Yeah, Sweetie. That's a lot. Everybody in here doing that.
That's a lot better, man. But, man, listen, I just want to send my well wishes, man. If anything you need from me or anything I can assist with.
Yo, that's crazy, Dada. You gotta stay more aware than ever, Dada. And look it. You never know, Dada, who's gonna have your back, who's not gonna have your back, Dada, who's gonna stay in your corner, who's not gonna stay in your corner, Dada. Seems like DJ Academics, Dada, had built a relationship that these people, Dada, is like, yo, I respect for you, you know what I'm saying, speaking up for us, Dada. You know what I'm saying? But after Adam 22, Adam 22, no jumper been a ghost town lately, Dada. And it seemed like he ain't feeling himself too much, Dada, and he ain't feeling the person that he is too much, Dada. So, you know what I'm saying? He just gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, stay more aware than ever, Dada, because at the end of the day, Dada, no jumper, since you say it's bankrupt, it's going bankrupt and shit like that, it just shows what type of person you are. Like, you don't give a fuck about people, Dada. You don't give a fuck about what's going on, Dada. You could have helped them out a little bit, Dada. I mean, you are the power, Dada, but it makes you, but if you don't help them out, it just feels like, I bet. Then you believe everything that's happening. You understand that there's some shitty ass motherfuckers or something like that, whatever case may be. When you work with shitty ass motherfuckers, hiring shitty ass motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, doing shit like that. So you gotta understand that shit, Dada. And that's not the case. So that's your peoples and homie made you feel comfortable and shit like that, Dada. You gotta make it feel so comfortable, Dada. You know what I'm saying? One hand watch the other, Dada. It doesn't matter what side you on, what race you is, what this, that, all that shit goes out the window, the Dada. You know what I'm saying? What we see is what it is, the Dada. So stay more righteous than ever. GG's, the Dada's, Hyena, Scuba Dada, to learn from Scuba Steve. Stay more coherent than ever, the Dada. You know what I'm saying? You put God first in the actual identity. God simply birth, the Dada. You know what I'm saying? God chose you because you knew he could trust you. You God's best kept secret, GG's. You know what I'm saying? Stay more aware, the Dada. And that's just what it is. Till next time, the Dada, you heard? The Dada. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get acquainted with us on the daily, you heard? So hit that notification bell, the Dada, and, you know what I'm saying, like, and comment, subscribe, the Dada, and get righteous, the Dada, you heard? That's just what it is, GG's.